In 1988, in his controversial novel The Satanic Verses, Salman Rushdie asked us, what do we do when we win? When I heard of Dr. Beard's discovery, I wanted to find out not only more about his shocking findings, but also about the weight of what he knew, his personal struggle, the burden of his secret. Dr. Beard, can you tell us a little bit about the work you normally do?
Usually I would make video art, conceptually elaborate, complex, image-based video art, or short films that are extracts from concepts of features that are yet to be made from my mind.
What were you doing? What were you working on when you first noticed Brad Pitt?
It was actually 21 grams, I believe.
And what was it about 21 grams?
He didn't seem so on the ball. I think he let something slip. Maybe it was one of his wow moments that I familiarised with, and I had it straight away.
Was Brad Pitt nominated or not for an Academy Award for his performance in 21 grams?
No. The character he played was.
Who was Brad Pitt playing in 21 grams?
Benito del Toro.
You understand, for many this would be very shocking.
These are people that haven't studied the art of acting. These are people that believe that one character would be enough for someone who was one of the world's greatest actors.
I think you should tell us very quickly, very succinctly, what is your Brad Pitt hypothesis? Or as you might rather put it, fact.
Brad Pitt is Benito del Toro.
Many would refute this, Dr. Beard. What gave it away?
I studied acting for many years and realised that it was possible to play more than one character within the same piece, simply by varying postures. Brad Pitt, for instance, plays Benito del Toro by simply raising his chin and looking down more, maybe growing slightly longer facial hair in the run-up to the movie, and talking in a more wow-like accent. I can't personally do it. I'm not Brad Pitt, but he does it very well, though I see him there.
I had heard of Dr. Beard's work because of the Brad Pitt hypothesis, but during the visit earlier than the interview over dinner, he extended his theories to include Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is Ben Stiller. Tom Cruise is playing the role of Ben Stiller and any characters subsequently that Ben Stiller has ever played.
Let's make this really clear for an audience. You are not saying that Tom Cruise is Ben Stiller. Your conjecture is that Tom Cruise is playing Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller is merely a character.
Played by Tom Cruise.
Played by Tom Cruise.
Who then plays
roles in films.
Such as Night at the Museum, Dodgeball.
Dodgeball, Night at the Museum.
Zoolander.
Zoolander, yes, it is. Dodgeball started to give it away with the ending credits, where he did a similar dance to his actual self at the end of Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder should be of particular note because you have Tom Cruise playing Ben Stiller, playing somebody else, whilst he also plays himself.
Within the same film, this is where the true experts really show themselves. And while, okay, some would say that Tom Cruise isn't as good at playing Ben Stiller as Brad Pitt is at playing Benito del Toro, simply because of the ease of association, that it's very simple to see Ben Stiller is actually Tom Cruise, just doing a comical thing. Tom Cruise, very simply, is you would associate him with images such as this. Tom Cruise playing Ben Stiller would be more like a variation on the raised chin of Brad Pitt's Benito del Toro.
Dr. Beard is convinced at the findings of his work. What I wanted to know was how the uncovering of this secret had affected him. What was he going to do now that he had found this secret? What was he going to do now that he knew?
It is my ambition and lifetime goal to become two megastars. To become two megastar actors. Neither of which would be associated as the same person, and to play numerous different roles in various films within their careers.
Why do you think they keep this a secret?
Possibly tax deductible if you're not that person. Certainly you don't have to pay their tax. If you're making, I don't know, $100 million a year on your movies, and then your doppelganger, your alter ego, so to speak, is making hundreds of millions on theirs, you're only paying it on the individual sections as opposed to combining and paying higher tax bands. Possibly, or simply for the kick of being a fantastic actor and knowing you've got one out there. Some hidden secret, like on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Clubs and with the Beatles, and how all the secret things that are within the DVD covers and so forth.
Ah yes, the walrus was Paul. Or maybe John in this case.
I'm not so familiar with it, I'm just...
It's a good example.
Yeah.
Dr. Beard, your triumvirate hypothesis is completed for the moment with one more doppelgangers actor-analogous relationship. Would you like to elaborate on the one involving Angelina Jolie, please?
Angelina Jolie, we believe... Sorry, can we cut? I'd rather do Patrick Stewart.
Okay. Dr. Beard, your triumvirate hypothesis is completed for the moment with the analogous actor relationship of Patrick Stewart and one other. Would you care to elaborate?
Patrick Stewart is Sean Connery.
Right, I see.
The voice gives it away quite clearly in this one. Sean Connery is simply not frowning so much when he plays Patrick Stewart. Thank you.